Hey lovely Gemini, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie. Today I'm going to be doing a super duper hyper extended reading for you guys. So I'm going to be doing one spread for general reading, one spread for love, and specifying for messages for singles and messages for coupled Geminis. And also I'm going to be pulling some cards for your finances at the end of the reading, okay? To get as much information as possible. This is probably going to be a longer reading than I usually do. So just, get yourself comfy. I know I am with my coffee right here. I'm starting my day with you guys. And, let's make the most of it. I'm looking forward to this reading. Let's see what's up with you guys. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, guys. And if you're new to my channel, I invite you to go ahead and subscribe if you resonate with my energy or the readings, or if you simply want to support me on my mission, because I'm on a mission to reach 20K subscribers. And I'm super excited. We still have a long way to go, but I know that with your guys' support, we can get there. So let's see. Gemini universe. Let's do a general reading for our lovely Geminis. What are the most important messages that they need to hear for the month of August? August for Geminis universe. General reading. Okay. We've got the Two of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. Don't you love these cards? They're kind of like holographic. 6 of Cups. 4 of Cups. Lots of cups. Definitely. 7 of Swords. I'm going to be pulling like tons of cards. FYI. I don't know why I want to go really deep into Gemini energy. I feel very inclined to do like a longer, deeper, extended for you guys. So let's see. Got the Judgment card. Got the Ace of Cups. Lovely. We've got the Queen of Wands. Leo season energy. I'm going to start talking a little bit about also like what's happening astrologically. August is definitely a smoother month than July, for sure. We have in August 2 new moons, one at the beginning, one at the end of the month of August. This is opening this like new energy space, energetic space for all signs, right? Got the 6 of Swords. And these new beginnings are definitely going to be leaving behind the intense energy of eclipse season and of Mercury retrograde. Jupiter is going direct after months of being in retrograde in the month of August. So that is something to definitely and absolutely look forward to, guys, like for sure. I know I am looking forward to that for sure. And Jupiter is going to help us expand, move forward with this specific energy, like the 8 of Wands, very fast movement, alignment. Let's pull 2 additional cards for the general. Universe, what other 2 messages are important for the general reading for Gemini August? Yay! 10 of Cups and the Magician. Love it. Love it, love it, love it so much. Okay. So let's begin with the messages. Let's begin with the goodness. There's a lot of good, shiny cards here for you. Beginning with the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the Magician. Why not? Let's just go all the way in. Guys, the month of August is going to bring in your manifestations in an emotional level. Some of you guys have been working on manifesting maybe a lovely partnership with a soulmate, perhaps. Maybe you've been manifesting a harmonious space in your home environment. So maybe in your family, in your house, in your apartment, like you want to feel harmonious. And you've been trying to manifest this and now you have. So this month is where you're going to see that beautiful, comforting space beginning to shine in your life. You're gonna say like, wow, like I actually manifested this. Look at this space. Look at this place. Look at this, you know, romantic partner or friends or tribe, you know. You are going to be very aware that you actually desired this at some point, asked for it, and manifested it. So it's kind of like your masterpiece, Gemini. And you are going to be recognizing your power as well, which is something that I feel you guys don't do enough. I have to be honest with you guys. Geminis are incredibly powerful beings as far as manifestation goes too. But I don't know, I feel like you don't take as much credit as you should. I don't know. Because obviously these are things that you're co-creating with spirit. Yes, it is. These are blessings that are arriving in your life, gifts from the universe. But you did have a participation in that creation process, if that makes sense. You were there, you asked for the universe consciously or unconsciously for what you wanted. Your desires are kind of like your contribution to this manifestation. And it's important for you to know that. Some of you guys could be dealing with water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpios, or yeah, as a soulmate. Some of you guys could be having a very beautiful, already existing relationship with a soulmate. This could be a romantic relationship, but it doesn't have to be. It could be also like someone in your family who you truly and deeply connect with, and it's getting better and better. Or maybe like a really good friend or someone in your environment who's just like your ride or die, you know what I mean? This person might be someone who you feel so extremely comfortable with. This could be someone you even like feel like you've known before, even though you haven't. Like maybe from past lives, you've known them. And in this life, you're like, why do I feel so comfortable with this person? Like it's immediate. Like we just met and I feel like I've known this person forever. That kind of energy. Some of you guys could be experiencing that same energy, but with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That same exact description goes for some others of you. Maybe some of you guys have a fire sign and a water sign around, and you get along incredibly well with both of them. You know, who knows? I'm going to go deeper into the couples and the singles in the love readings that I'm going to be continuing with. But before, I just want to give this general reading a good, you know, revision. I don't know. Because we do have... Okay. Some of you guys, for a little while there, maybe at your job, maybe as far as your passions, your hobbies, your responsibilities, your money, some of you guys felt like things were not moving forward, like they froze for a second there, and that could be due to the retrogrades. Maybe when Mercury started to retrograde, you felt like everything kind of like stopped moving all over, and you felt the need to truly boost up your manifestations to bring in opportunities. The thing is, in the month of August, you may be reaping all of the rewards of that in a good way, but also spilling into an overwhelming way, if that makes sense. You could be experiencing too many opportunities coming in. And I know that that sounds like there's no such thing, you know, opportunities are always welcome, but it's very important for you this month, Gemini, to say no to the things that you are not feeling 100%. Because I feel like the universe is going to be proposing infinite amount of things. And if you say yes to everything, you're gonna look this way, you're gonna be burnt out and exhausted, and you're gonna feel like there's just no way to complete everything. And that is actually going to take energy away from what is truly important. So let's avoid that detour if we can, Gemini. Try your best to be honest with yourself, honest with the universe, honest with the people who are proposing these ideas to you, honest with, you know, maybe people who offer you job opportunities or projects or, you know, all sorts of things. Just make sure that you're being selective, very selective. Because part of you is going to feel like, oh my God, but I asked for this. You know, I asked the universe for tons of opportunities and here they are. How can I say no? you have to say no to certain ones of, you know, like a few of them, because you can't do it all. And trying to do it all is going to be very counterproductive for you in the month of Gemini, in the month of August. You need to be very, 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 very honest with yourself. In the past, you have experienced some relationships in which you felt taken for granted, taken advantage of. This could be in the family front, could be in the workspace, it could be in romance. Geminis, you felt used, some of you. Legally, financially, romantically. You know, this is a general reading, so obviously it's going to apply in different ways for everybody. But this is kind of like the general frame, I guess, energetic frame that can hold your experiences. So I do feel like you are learning, you have learned a big lesson in regards to who you allow in your space, how close you allow them to be. And now your discernment, your judgment is just better all over. It's like now you can see that just because someone is romantically interested in you and have genuine feelings of love, that doesn't necessarily mean that person is not flawed, you know? Or maybe because, just because you share blood with your family, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to give them everything that they could possibly ask from you. There has to be boundaries, there has to be limits, there has to be some kind of order in order for you to honor yourself, Gemini. And as you honor yourself, you honor them. So you have learned this lesson. Maybe repeatedly. I feel like for some of you guys, you've had to, you know, unfortunately, deal with a lot of situations that bottom line are bringing that lesson in. Boundaries, respect for yourself, maybe not being so trusting of others. Because, I mean, if we're very wonderful people and we're honest and we're pure-hearted, we somehow think that everybody's the same way, but we're gonna very fast, in a very, very fast manner, notice that if we give so absolutely openly and, you know, give everything of ourselves to every single person in our life, we're gonna quickly realize that not everybody appreciates that in the same way. There's some people that are gonna really honor our generosity and who we are because they truly feel this love for us. But we're gonna very quickly realize that there's people that are kind of sketchy, you know, kind of weird. They get triggered very easily. Things that we don't understand come to their mind, you know, jealousies and things like that. So it's important for you to take good care, mature care of yourself. Your energy, where you're investing your energy, how you're investing your energy, and with who. Okay, this is important, guys. I think that you have learned this by now. This is not new. I feel like this is something that you have discovered over and over again from different angles, and some of you might be even sick of this lesson. You're like, okay, let's move on into something else. Let's move on into something else, please. This month of August, I do feel like a new level of love is going to be ignited within a current relationship that you have. This could be a water sign, this could be a fire sign, or this could be a combination of both energies. So it will probably look like someone who is very emotional, very caring, creative, spiritual, mystical, intuitive. Also very passionate, motivated, driven, very fiery as well. So you could be experiencing a new level of commitment with this person, maybe going from, you know, it could be romantic, but it could be anything else. So if it's anything else, it could be like from friends to roommates, you know what I mean? Or from, if it's romantic, from, you know, dating to an actual, you know, committed relationship. Maybe even proposals, you know, love proposals coming in here with the Ace of Cups. I would not be surprised at all. The thing is, you're also going to be dealing with some personal things. Some of you guys are going to be moving. Internally, you're going to be moving away from several attitudes that were holding you back. Others of you are going to be moving away from people. Some of you are going to say like, oh my God, I gave you so many chances, dude, but like all I see in you is sketchiness. And that could be a friend, that could be a family member. But some of you guys are going to say like, I need to pack my stuff and leave. Like this is just not going to work. So there is a level of sacred dissatisfaction in which you are invited by the universe to move away from something that simply is not going to work. But I feel like this is not romantic at all. I feel like this is kind of like a secondary level relationship, if that makes sense, you know. So it's not like if the first layer is like the most important relationships, you know, your parents, your spouse, or your boyfriend, girlfriend, you know, this would be kind of like just that friend that has been around for a while and you've tried to kind of trust them, but they continue to show sneakiness over and over and over, and you're just like, this is not gonna work. And with the Six of Swords here, you're moving away into a better space. For some of you guys, this is literal. So moving from one apartment to another, into a new, better space. One house to another, one city to another, one country to another. You know what I mean? There's actual movement, leaving behind something that was holding you back, even though you were not necessarily clear on how or why. Some of you guys are like, I don't know, I just felt like I needed to move from there, but I don't know why. You know, it just felt that way. I don't know. Intuitive messages coming through, you know. So let's see, guys. This is the general. Now we're gonna be moving into the love department. So I'm gonna be pulling like a little Celtic cross for the single Geminis, and I'm going to be pulling another Celtic cross for the coupled Geminis. How about that? And I'm going to give you all the information, and then we're moving into the juicy part, which I personally love, which is professional stuff, work, and finances. I have an extreme affinity for these subjects, so I don't know. I think that we're going to enjoy that part quite a bit. So let's see what's up with love for our Geminis. I'm using the Rider-Waite Chinatown version, which is super cute. I don't know if you noticed, but it has like the little Chinese symbols. I hope that's Chinese. Don't trust me on that. Okay, so universe, help me out by showing me a clear Celtic cross on our Gemini singles and a clear Celtic cross on our Gemini coupled Geminis. Okay. For the month of August. Okay, so the single Geminis might not understand why on earth are they single. We have the Moon card. The Moon is a card that speaks to us about subconscious things, not being completely aware of what is it exactly that's going on, experiencing this kind of like mental fog, because what's happening is happening more on a subconscious level than a conscious level. It's kind of like mystery, secrets, you know, this mysterious energy that we can't fully understand, and that might make you feel a little bit frustrated, Gemini. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I want to, you know, build the Celtic cross first, which I am finishing right now, and then I'm gonna move into the other Celtic cross. Okay, but it's looking good. It's definitely looking good. Now, universe, bring in the Celtic cross for the coupled Geminis. Wheel of Fortune. Many of you feel like you're with the person that you are meant to be. You feel like that is a divine connection. I love that. You know why I love that? Because my boyfriend is a Gemini. So let's see what else is popping up for coupled Geminis. The Hermit, the Knight of Wands. So by the way, guys, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but we are coming into Leo season in August. Leo is a sign that's very adventurous, very passionate, fiery, inspired, and they love to have fun. So this is going to be, honestly, a very fun month overall for everybody. We're going to feel like this lightness that comes in with the Leo season, I guess. Ace of Pentacles. Lovely. Okay, guys, let's see. Let's see. Honestly, I would personally recommend you to listen to both single and coupled, because sometimes both resonate. Sometimes, like, the single reading is speaking about you as a person, and the coupled reading is speaking to you as a partner. I find by looking at other readers that sometimes the single reading, even though I'm not single technically, the single reading speaks about me a lot. So I would invite you to just continue to, you know, listen to a whole thing and see if you can take something from the single as well. So single Geminis, yes, there is a lack of clarity. And maybe right now you are single because you want to. Some of you guys are feeling like you're going through a healing process that is very important, a transformational process. Some of you guys feel like you're not ready to share your life with someone else because there is a healing going on. This is Scorpio energy. Maybe some of you guys are kind of like building the foundation of your life as you go in order to prepare yourself for this Empress card that's coming in the future. So for some of you guys, if you're interested in women, in the near future you could be connecting with someone who looks like this. This is not something I say usually in readings, but I am feeling like maybe some of you guys could be connecting to a very lovely kind of light-haired blonde, white, fair-skinned blonde baby. That goes for some of you, obviously not for all, but I feel like you are preparing yourself and the foundation of your life to be able to be in this energy of financial abundance, financial stability, and being able to provide something to your possible partner. Okay, so I feel like that's the main reason why you are not coupled right now, because I mean, if you are trying to be coupled and if you are looking for love, I think the universe is telling you, you know, take a little step back and evaluate your life. Evaluate how you want things to be and what do you want to be able to provide for that person once that person arrives. For some of you guys, you already know who it is that you like. You have someone for years now, that goes for some of you, that you have just seen them and you're like, I'm gonna make myself better and better and better before coming in with this like offer of stability or this committed offer. Before I go in, I am going to work on myself. And that is actually a good approach, because I do feel like there's someone for you that is just for you. You know what I mean? Like, there's this saying, it's in Spanish, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to translate it properly. What's meant for you, no, I can't translate it. It's too Panamanian lingo. But in essence, what it says is that what's for you, you can't miss what's for you. It can't miss you either. You know what I mean? Like, if it's for you, it's for you. And some of you guys are seeing someone at a distance. Maybe you don't really talk to this person much. Maybe this is kind of like an acquaintance you met years ago, but you just know that as soon as you feel confident enough, that's the one you're gonna go after. Like, that is a person that you feel is worthy, that you feel is right and appropriate for you. And the mind space, guys, I know that you're probably being very patient, you know. I mean, some of you guys might not be. But most of you guys are just kind of like waiting for your ships to come in. And you know that love is available for you and will be available for you when you're ready. And I love this energy. I love this, Gemini, because I feel like those who wait with anxiety tend to block the process a little bit, or simply drain themselves out, you know. And sometimes it's hard not to fall into this anxiety energy. For you, I feel like you're in a very lovely space, so just be patient. That person is definitely coming. But the most important thing, more than finding the right person, more than allowing that person to arrive, is for you to build yourself up. In your environment, everything is kind of like very slowly and gently inviting you towards the right path. So you have been discovering things about yourself, you have been discovering things about what you want, what you thought you wanted, what you didn't really want it, what you actually want. How possible does that seem to you? It's like all of this information is coming through because the universe is trying to kind of like guide you to the right, I guess, path of evolution for yourself. And once you reach a certain state of self-confidence, that's what is going to bring you to sort of like move away from first of all, move away from anyone who's not deserving of you. So if you guys have been a little bit bored and, you know, find yourself dating just to date, knowing that that person is not right for you. For some of you guys, that's a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. If you're just dating because you want to date, because, I don't know, there's nothing else to do, you're going to probably be moving out of that, and you're going to probably be entering a more selective space soon. And kind of like finding that confidence to go after who you really, really want to spend like your life with. But some of you guys are not ready for that, and that's perfectly okay. So that's the singles reading, which is also kind of like a Gemini reading, right? Like there's a lot of things that have nothing to do with romance. So let's bring those cards up here and let's focus on the coupled Geminis. So the first card that we have here, the main energy, is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is an energy of divine guidance, divine intervention, the universe kind of like bringing things into alignment in such a way that is divine, right? The Wheel of Fortune is also a card that speaks about lots of luck. So maybe you met your current partner in a very interesting circumstance, you know, like under really interesting synchronistic, you know, things. And that's why you feel like this person is just the right person for you. For some of you, obviously this is not going to apply directly to every single one. As a challenge though, you are experiencing difficulty in regards to maybe the place you're living at, or maybe the circumstances that you have in regards to your physical material space. I feel like this is kind of like similar to what we saw on the singles. This is a card of movement, fast moving energy. So maybe your partner is wishing to move faster than you are ready to move. That could be an issue here with this card. This card could also be representing a lack of stability, a lot of movement, too much movement. And this could sometimes be movement forward, but sometimes it could also be erratic movement. And I feel like some of you guys maybe don't feel stable enough in order to, you know, move forward with this relationship into a new level of commitment, you know what I mean? But the recent past has been beautiful, guys. Like you have felt so deeply loved, accepted, appreciated, and valued by this person. It's been like night and day in comparison to other partners you've had in the past. This person feels the same way about you, okay? So that's absolutely lovely. In your mind space, you feel proud, you feel excited, there's a victory here, you are thrilled that this is going how it's going, so everything is going very, very well. I do get that. For all Gemini couples, you feel like you kind of like won the lottery. The person that you're with feels the same way. It's a victory card. So your mind space is feeling very much victorious and excited, happy, and others are even like looking at you, or maybe even like asking you for relationship advice and things like that because they see you in a healthy, successful relationship. The universe wants you to know that it's good for you to have your space right now. It's good for you to have your space, to go through your healing, to connect internally, to develop that relationship with spirit on your own, in your own way. I feel like this is kind of like, it's great to be together, but it's not great to be scrambled together, if that makes sense. So having healthy boundaries, keeping a distance, you know, having a space that's yours, that's sacred, that is your space, you know, to be yourself, separate from your partner. No matter how harmonious the connection could be, it is good for both of you guys to be able to independently continue to evolve, okay? In the near future, we've got the Knight of Wands. So this is very much aligned with the Leo energy, Leo season. So there's going to be a lot of inspiration, motivation, passion, great sex, it seems. Some of you guys could be partnered with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Some of you guys are going to be kind of like swept into this inspirational energy that might scare you a bit because it's so beautiful, it's so heartfelt, it's so passionate, it's so wonderful that some of you guys are going to go into this Eight of Swords state of, this is too good to be true. Like, is this really real? Is this real life? Have you seen that video? The kid, there's a video on YouTube, you can look it up. You can write, is this real life? It's the kid that just went to the dentist and he's like on anesthesia and he's like, is this real life? It's really funny. Anyway, yeah, you're gonna be a little bit in this energy of disbelief. You're gonna be like, this is just too good to be true. Like, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, and as I wait and wait and wait, and it gets better and better and better, and it makes no sense to me because in the past I've never known anything like this. Some of you guys could feel unworthy of this partnership, and you may feel like, aww. Some of you guys feel like a fraud. Wow. I'm sorry, that felt kind of like, oh, very deep. Some of you guys feel kind of like a fraud, like this, what's that called? Is it a syndrome? That thing that happens to writers, and it happens in all professions, that you feel like even though you have studied tons, even if you're super prepared, even if you're really good at what you do, you always feel like you're gonna be found out. You always feel like you're a fraud and you're like pretending to be good and people are buying it. How is that called? Imposter syndrome. Some of you guys are feeling that a little bit. You're like, I honestly don't believe that this person, you know, I can't believe that this person loves me this much. Like, maybe this person is seeing something in me that is not truly there, and eventually they're gonna find out and they're gonna leave me. Some of you guys are like, this person must be blinded or, you know, they must be seeing me differently from who I am, because maybe some of you guys, those who have maybe low self-esteem, you may feel like this is just so much love. Like, what did I do to deserve it? And that is a beautiful feeling, even though it's a little bit, you know, like sad at the same time. It is beautiful because through this, you're going to know that you are definitely worthy. The thing is that in your environment, as you were growing up, you may have been receiving a lot of comments, insinuations, you know, kind of like leading you to believe that you're not maybe good enough, smart enough, capable enough. This is kind of like the programming that, you know, sometimes our family kind of like, you know, brainwashes our subconscious with, you know, without it that being the intention, obviously. But as we grow up, they may tell you one day, like, you're not the sharpest tool in the box. And then you start believing that you're kind of dumb or something like that. You know what I mean? You may be feeling a little bit of this in the month of August in regards to your relationship. Your hopes and fears are involving a high priestess. So maybe you are in love with someone who is highly intuitive, highly spiritual, someone who is very powerful in some shape or form. This could be a Pisces female for some of you. Could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Or it could simply be someone who's very intuitive. You know, that's kind of like and that is your hope and that is your fear. You may be very attracted to this person's power and intuition, but you may be kind of scared of it as well. And with the Ace of Pentacles, it seems to me like there's going to be a new windfall of abundance, a new opportunity, a new something in the physical world that is going to make you feel a little bit more capable of providing for this person. That's cool. I like it. Now let's move into, on that note, let's move into finances, right? Finances, work, career, the whole shebang. Shebang. Let's see. Am I still recording? I feel like we've been here for like forever. Yes, we are. I tilted the tripod a little bit. Sorry about that. Let's see. Universe, what important messages do our Geminis need in regards to their finances, their material stability, their work and career? Whoa, okay, that's way too much. Should I take all of this? Yes? Damn, okay. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, let's see. It's a lot of the already previous cards. Oh my gosh, this is literally the general reading all over again. Wait. Okay, I need to shuffle. This is crazy. This is like basically repeat the whole general reading. Okay, with the additional message that some of you guys may be freaking out. If you're maybe engaged for marriage with your partner, some of you guys could be freaking out about it a little bit, like maybe even regretting it a bit. Some of you guys might have proposed and your partner might have said yes, and now you're like, holy shit, what's going on? I don't know if I'm ready. You're like freaking out a bit. That's fine, take your time. You don't need to do anything, you know, that you don't want to do in the time that you don't feel ready to do it. Just take your time. I'm gonna continue to shuffle because this is basically the same reading, which I am not inclined to repeat. Universe, what new messages that we have not discussed here previously do you have for financial and career, money, life for Geminis in August? Got the Four of Pentacles. Taking good care of your money, taking good care of your material well-being, holding on to your pennies in a good way, saving every bit of money that comes in, set it aside with a purpose. Don't spend recklessly. This is not the time to just kind of like invest in random stuff. Try to pile every single penny of yours into, you know, a bank account or savings account or something like that. Some of you guys could be feeling the need to save your pennies because of some previous altercations in your workspace. I feel like maybe not this year, but maybe the year before that, some of you guys were experiencing some drama with some groups of people, or some, you know, lack of harmony, lack of clarity, not being on the same page at work, and that actually cost you big time. So now you're trying to avoid that by staying out of the drama, staying out of conflict, holding on to your pennies and your, you know, your money and enjoying it and just kind of saving it and saying, you know what, I'm not going to participate in this drama anymore. You can knock yourselves out, but I'm not going to do it. Because it brought you the Tower in the past. And if you are familiar with the Tower process, it is very necessary, it is very sacred, it is very powerful, it's needed. If the Tower comes, it doesn't come because there's a structure that needs to stay put. It comes because the structure needs to fall. But you have to learn the lesson, right? You don't want the same Tower to happen 1,000 times. It's exhausting. So I feel like you have learned a lesson in regards to your career and your work, and you're moving into a new phase, maybe moving into a new job, maybe moving into a new hobby or passion that is making you feel very excited and supported and loved. And it's inspiring. It makes you feel good. And I like that. Then we have the Four of Cups. As I mentioned earlier in the reading, it is important for you to know what to say yes to and what to say no to. My cats are fighting outside. I'm gonna pause this for a second and come back, okay? Okay guys, I'm back. I have two cats. One is like a senior cat, so he's like 10 years old. He's my baby. His name is Tuti. And he gets bullied by this new cat that we have that's like a kid, a baby, and he's like super energetic and super loud and super in your face. And I have to be like his protector sometimes because he's like tired of him, you know? He's like, oh my god, this freaking child is in my face all day. So anyway, let's wrap this up, guys. What additional messages do you have, universe, for our lovely Geminis for their career and workspace? Allow yourself to take things easily. Don't feel like you need to be pushing yourself to the maximum capacity every single day. Try to take it easy. Try to follow the joy. Try to implement the lessons learned. And try to be very grateful for the things that you already have, because there's a lot of abundance and joy for you already. You are becoming the King of Pentacles, Gemini. An authority, a mastery, a level of stability that is wonderful within your material financial world. And now I feel like you're actually going to be able to enjoy it. I feel like before it was a little bit too chaotic. And the King of Cups. Some of you guys could be dealing at work with water signs and earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or someone who has both elements in their chart. Maybe you have both elements in your chart. And you're going to be navigating the workspace with intuition, but also with logic and material savviness, if that's a thing. One last message for our lovely Geminis. I'm hungry. Oh, I feel kind of hungry. Okay, so these are repeated cards. We already got these. Fast movement forward as soon as a new offer is on the table. That could be an offer, a job opportunity that is belonging to this high priestess in their life. Maybe they're going through like a financial boom that is going to help you both move forward. Or maybe you are receiving an idea, a project, or an offer that is going to help you move very fast with this person if this is something that you want to do. That was lovely, Geminis. Thank you so much for staying with me, hanging out with me. I love to spend my time with you guys. Please make sure that you're subscribed. I'm on a mission of reaching 20K subscribers. And for some reason, I don't know, I feel like this channel is a bit slow in comparison to the Spanish one. I opened a Spanish channel of like tarot as well, and it's like growing super fast, and this one is kind of like taking a long time, and I'm putting in a lot of work. So if you could please support me, that would be awesome. There's a subscriber already that told me about giving monthly giveaways. I think that's a great idea in order for building an audience. Anyway, there's a Patreon page if you want to support me and help me continue to create free content for the world. The link is in the description box. There's also really cool products that you might enjoy, mugs, hoodies, t-shirts in our store, Teespring store. And I think that's everything that I have for you guys. I hope that you have a very lovely month of August. Bye!